So most YouTube creators do not rely on AdSense for the majority of their revenue on the platform, and those that do lead a very stressful life. AdSense is a very unpredictable income stream. There's a lot of fluctuations based on a lot of different factors, and so if you're relying on that for the majority of your income, it's going to be a rough time all around. If you're a creator looking for longevity on the platform, you really have to find ways to diversify your income streams, and that's exactly what we're going to be diving into in this video right now. And for context, this is what I do for a living, okay? I work with creators to make more money through lining up brand deals, sponsorships, affiliate partnerships, and all of that good stuff. So I've got a little bit of experience in this area. I'm going to share with you what a lot of my clients do to diversify their income, how they're successfully doing it, and how you can start applying these things in your own YouTube channel or whatever online business you are running. Now, I want to start off by talking about how YouTube creators, both my clients and non-clients, are making their money on the platform, where the biggest categories are for them, because I think that's going to be pretty eye-opening to you and show you where these opportunities are to build out additional revenue streams for yourself. Now, going from smallest to largest, the first one we're going to talk about is merch. Now, I work primarily with educational creators in the finance space, so these guys don't sell a lot of merch, okay? If you're an education-based creator, no offense, but there's probably not that many people out there that do want to buy your merch. So this is a relatively small category for most of the people that I work with, but there are some creators out there that do a very good job with merch. Think people like Nelk, Mr. Beast, Yes Theory. These guys all have really successful merch lines. They're bringing in a lot of money for them, but that's because they're entertainment-based channels, okay? If you're an entertainment-based channel, you can sell a lot of merch because you have that kind of relationship built with your audience. People are kind of a part of your tribe, whereas if you are more of an education-based channel, people don't necessarily care enough about you to buy a t-shirt that has your logo or your name or even your catchphrase on it. Now, after merch comes AdSense. So AdSense is what most people think of when they think of monetizing on YouTube. It's the ads that run before, during, and after your videos. Now, with the creators that I work with, this is typically a smaller piece of the pie for them. And that's despite the fact that many of them have very high CPMs because they are in the finance niche. CPM just kind of means the amount that they're getting paid by advertisers is higher because they're in a more desirable niche to advertisers than something like gaming, where the CPM is very low. So that's not to say they don't make a lot of money with AdSense, it's just that they make more money from these other revenue streams that we're going to dive into in a little bit. Now, for a quick example here, my buddy Graham Stephan made a video about how much money he made from YouTube in 2020 and shared some numbers around his AdSense and his total revenue figures. In the video, he states that he made over $5 million in the year of 2020 on YouTube, and just about $2.5 million of that was from AdSense. So for Graham's example, he's made about 50% of his revenue from ads. Now, this is a little bit higher than most of the creators that I work with, and there's a number of reasons for that. One of which is that Graham consistently posts a ton of views on his videos, which generates a ton of AdSense income. The second of which is that he has multiple YouTube channels. So most of the people that I work with only have really one, maybe a second YouTube channel, but Graham's got, at this point, 5 different YouTube channels that he is a part of. So all of these different channels coming together and generating a lot of ad revenue helps to push that AdSense percentage even higher for Graham than it is with most of the people that I work with. But like I said, this is typically the most stressful income stream for most creators because it's so unpredictable. I mean, if you have a channel yourself, you'll know that AdSense is pretty cyclical. I mean, first off, it depends on your views. You could have a really good view month and have a lot of AdSense income, and then the next month it could be back to normal, but it just feels so much lower because maybe you doubled your income for a certain month, but now it's halved, and even though that's the normal amount that you were making before, it still feels a lot worse. It's also a lot more precarious because you're kind of at the whim of the YouTube algorithm. If things change, if you fall out of favor, that income could dry up fairly quickly. So that's why these next categories are going to be where a lot of creators want to prioritize their time. Now, this next one is one of my personal favorites, and it is affiliates and sponsorship deals, okay? This is, like I said, this is what I do for my clients. I help them negotiate better brand deals. I help them make more money through working with brands. So this is a big revenue stream for a lot of the clients I work with because hopefully I'm doing a pretty good job at what I do. Now, in general, there's a lot more skin on the bone with this revenue stream, and that is for a couple of reasons. The first of which is that YouTube is not standing between you and the advertiser taking a cut, because with AdSense, YouTube actually takes 45% of that revenue, and they leave you the remaining 55%. So if you're working directly with a brand, you're able to capitalize on that full percentage. And on top of that, because the advertisement or the affiliate deal or whatever is coming from your particular voice, that's going to be a lot more valuable. There's a lot more trust built into that. So advertisers are willing to pay more to you directly to do a sponsorship read, then they would pay to put an ad before your video, because that ad is not being read by you. Most people are just going to skip it, not really pay much attention to it. But if you yourself are delivering that ad, it's a lot more valuable to them, and you can capitalize on that by charging a higher rate for that. If you want to learn more about how much to charge for YouTube sponsorships, make sure you check out this video up here where I kind of break down exactly how much you should be charging. Now, if you're not doing many brand deals on YouTube at this point and you have at least, I would say, 50,000 followers, you are leaving a serious amount of money on the table. And I'd recommend checking out this video on how to get sponsored on YouTube so that you can kind of get those initial sponsorships done and kind of get those reps under your belt, start building up your sponsorship rate, and really leaning more into this revenue stream. And honestly, I work with some clients that have far less than 50,000 subscribers on their channel, but as long as you're pulling at least 1,000 views per video, at that point, you can really start landing sponsorship deals. That's kind of the minimum that a lot of brands are looking for, is 1,000 views per video. So if you're pulling consistent 1,000 views a video, then you can start looking at sponsorships. But if it's any lower than that, it's not really going to be worth your time or the brand's time to pursue any sponsored deals. You can still do affiliate marketing though, and affiliate marketing is basically getting a referral link to different brands, services, products, etc. And then when people use your links to buy those products, you receive a commission in the process. So Amazon, for example, has a free affiliate marketing program that you can join, and then you can create specific links for any product on Amazon. Whenever someone clicks on that link and buys anything on Amazon within 24 hours, you get a small commission of that sale. So you could use an Amazon affiliate program. If you're in the finance niche, there's affiliate programs for all the big finance apps. Most apps have referral programs or affiliate programs you can join and start earning money by referring people to your favorite apps and services. But really just look at the brands that you already engage with in your content and just find out if they have an affiliate program. Okay, you can just search for brand name affiliate program in Google, see what pops up. And if there's no publicly available program, you can always email the brand directly and ask them if they can set up some kind of program for you. I've had clients that have done this with multiple brands and had entire affiliate programs built out just for them to use because the brand really wants you to spread that kind of authentic message to your audience, and they're willing to pay you for that. So that's affiliate marketing. Coming back to brand deals for a second, if you've got a decent sized channel, you're already probably getting plenty of inbound brands kind of emailing you every single day, trying to get sponsorship space on your channel. Most of them are going to be very, very low quality. Okay, depending on the niche that you're in, there's a lot of kind of scammy finance brands that'll kind of reach out to you and try to send you these really lowball offers for really sketchy products. So in general, you're going to ignore most of those inbound brand emails, but once in a while, you might find a really attractive one that comes to your inbox. The more effective method is generally reaching out to brands that you actually want to work with. That way you can get a lot higher quality of brands sponsoring your videos. You got a reputation on the line, so you want to make sure you are maintaining that. Or you can also work with someone like myself to provide that service for you. Now, the biggest thing I want to mention in terms of sponsorships is that everything is negotiable, okay? The brand is going to send you a contract. You should read that contract thoroughly, and anything in there that you don't really like or that you want to see changed, you can negotiate on absolutely anything in that contract, whether it's the price, when they pay you, how they pay you, the usage rights of the video, what you can and can't say. All of this stuff is really negotiable, so you want to make sure you're getting a deal that you feel comfortable with and that they feel comfortable with, and so make sure you are negotiating on these various points. But that brings us to the most profitable way for YouTubers to expand and diversify their revenue, and this is through outside businesses. See, this is where the real money and the real longevity is on YouTube. And the reason for that is the amount of attention you have as a YouTube creator talking to your audience is very, very valuable. And it's essentially free for you to leverage this attention, okay? Because brands have to pay tens of thousands of dollars to get the type of attention that some of my clients can get with one single YouTube video. And they do pay that much, okay? And that's what sponsorships are, okay? That's brands paying you, the creator, to drive traffic to their service. But if you can instead drive that same traffic to your service, costs you virtually nothing to make a YouTube video. I mean, the production costs and the time costs, but that's it. It's possible to drive some serious traffic into a new business and get that thing off the ground fairly quickly if you've got an established YouTube audience built up. And this is a great way to diversify off of YouTube because even if your YouTube channel were to go away, this business would still be here. Now, some high profile examples of what I'm talking about here. First off, Mr. Beast Burger. Okay, this was a phenomenal success that Mr. Beast launched last year, where he spun up like 300 virtual kitchens across the country. That's now grown to about 600. They're on track to hit about 1,000 in the next couple months here. So that is growing very quickly. And Mr. Beast could have chosen to partner with someone like McDonald's, do like the whole Travis Scott meal thing, but instead he decided to just start his own chain of restaurants, and that's gone very, very well for him. Same thing with Emma Chamberlain's coffee company. Okay, she could have just partnered with Starbucks and done a special drink, or she could have partnered with some other kind of coffee company to do things that way, but she decided instead to just do her own thing, and that's going very, very well for her as well. Additionally, Graham Stephan's got his own coffee company at this point too, where he's driving his traffic there. So what you're going to notice with a lot of larger creators is that they are starting their own businesses and driving their traffic there instead of driving as much traffic to sponsors and affiliates, because the ROI on that can be much, much larger. But you don't actually have to be a large creator to do this. I mean, I have friends and clients that are under 10,000 subscribers that have their own businesses bringing in a full-time income that they're driving traffic to through YouTube. So if you kind of think about what brands or what kinds of products you interact with on a regular basis in your content, you can probably figure out one or two kind of ideas for, oh, I could probably make something that would solve that problem or that would kind of fill that gap in the market that my audience is potentially looking for. So this is a huge, huge opportunity for YouTube creators. Additionally, apps are really big in this area as well. Okay, if you don't want to build an entire product line, an entire restaurant or coffee company, even just building out an app that would be attractive to your particular audience can be very lucrative as well. And a lot of my clients are actually building out their own apps right now that they're going to use their YouTube channels to promote, drive traffic to, and make a lot of money doing. And so when you're able to shift a lot of your revenue from directly on YouTube to these other outside businesses, to sponsors, to affiliates, like this makes the whole YouTube process so much less stressful. Okay, I hear from a lot of people that are saying how stressful YouTube is because they're so dependent on AdSense revenue. But if you can effectively diversify into just a couple different income streams, an outside business, some affiliate deals, some sponsorships, this can really lighten the load of stress from yourself, because you know that even if something were to happen on YouTube, even if the algorithm kind of drew you out of favor, if somebody came in and displaced YouTube from the throne, like you would still be making money and you'd still have a consistent stream of income coming in. Now, that's how you diversify your income, but how do you actually become a millionaire on YouTube? Well, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you're not going to see just by watching videos. And so in this video, I kind of break down how YouTube millionaires are actually created, because it's not how you think it is. It's not just through affiliate deals, sponsorships, outside businesses. There's kind of a whole other side of things going on behind the scenes. So make sure you check out that video and see exactly how it's happening. And I'll see you over there.